be your student nurse today. Today I'm going to be doing your open wound care. Can I have you state your name and date of birth? Alright, I'm going to check your wristband, and that matches. Okay, and it says that you're allergic to penicillin, is that correct? Alright. I'm going to also check that you had your pain medication prior to me cleaning your wound, and it looks like you have. I just don't want there to be any pain when we're cleaning. Okay, so I'm going to close the curtain and I'm going to wash my hands. And I'm going to start by putting on my gloves. And then I'm going to look at your wound and the dressing. Okay, so I'm going to take this and take these out. And I see that the color is a light green. There's a slight odor, thick secretions, and 50% of the dressing is saturated. So I'm going to throw those away. I'm going to look at the wound. There is slight redness, no signs of ecchymosis, slight edema, serosaginous drainage, and the wound is not approximated. I'm also noting that there is no tunneling or undermining, and there's also no gauze left in the wound. So after I've done that, I'm going to open up my cotton applicator and I'm going to measure the wound. So I'm going to do the length, the width, and the depth. So here's the length is 8 centimeters. The width is 6 centimeters, and then the depth of the wound is 2.5 centimeters. So I'm going to throw that away, and then I'm going to take off my gloves, throw those away, and wash my hands. And then I'm going to take my solutions here, and I'm going to check them against the MAR so I can clean the wound. So I have my sterile cleansing solution for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. I have my sterile cleansing solution for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. I have my sterile cleansing solution for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. And then I have my normal saline for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. My normal saline for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. and my normal saline for Lou Johnson for open wound care at 8 a.m. And I'm checking that these are not expired, and they are not, so I can use them to clean the wound. Okay, so I'm going to now take my solutions, my containers, and open them up, and I'm going to put those over there, reaching around and not reaching over my containers. So, that over there. I'm going to take my normal saline, put my palm to the label, and I'm going to pour the normal saline into the container. And I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to grab the cleansing solution. I'm going to pour palm to the label, 4 to 6 inches above, and pour that. And reach around. Okay, so now I have my packaging, and I'm going to open all of that and get that all opened. Okay, so now that I've opened those, I'm going to come over here and put on my sterile gloves. So I have these. I'm going to put these on. So after I get these on, I'm going to come over here with my sterile gloves, and I'm going to grab these gauze pads, and I'm going to put them into my solutions and make sure that they are soaked. I'm going to reach over my empty packaging here and not touch the edges, and pack those in there. Then I'm going to grab my other gauze pads and do the same, put them in the other solution here. I'm only reaching over my empty packaging. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm going to take my cleansing solution, I'm going to grab in with my non-dominant hand, and I'm going to squeeze out the extra solution container, and then I'm going to drop one of these gauze pads into my dominant hand, and that's where I'm going to clean the wound from clean to dirty. So clean that. Then I'm going to take the other gauze pad and do the same, going from clean to dirty, and throw that one. Then I'm going to grab into my normal saline, and I'm going to squeeze out the extra, and this is where I'm going to be packing the wound. Squeeze out the extra, and then I'm going to pack the wound with this hand. Alright, so make sure that's good in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take off my sterile gloves, and I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to put on my new pair of gloves, and then cover the wound. Okay, so I'm going to grab my gauze pads here, only touching the side that's not going on the wound, and I'm going to just lay those over. Okay, and then I'm going to take my ABD pad and only touching the outside, and I'm going to lay that on top of the wound, and then I'm going to now tape the wound and make sure it's secure. There we go. Just make sure that's taped down good. Alright, so after that's taped down, I would take my garbage here and I would throw that all into the trash. And then I'm going to take off my gloves, throw those into the trash, wash my hands, and I would document my wound care, and I would document the time and date, how the patient responded, the wound care I did, and if it was a dementia patient or a child or someone that you would need extra help with, I would have another nurse come in and help me maybe calm them down so they're not grabbing equipment when I'm cleaning their wound. And I would make sure that the bed is in the lowest position, that they have their call light and they're comfortable, and that is it.